If you're new, press the bell icon to get the latest notifications.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to Luna Classic video update. Right, so the show is over, right? It's over, it's done. For me personally, the show is over. Let's go into the daily. We were not really overbought as much as we were supposed to be. Like if you look at so many other altcoins, they're really overbought on the RSI on the daily. They went all the way up to the highest part of the RSI, which is the overbought level. But Luna Classic actually this time underperformed and didn't do any performance as we expected to do, the way it used to do previously. Now I know some videos I talked about this technical target to the upside, but then again I told you 2 days ago about, like, before we move up to that target, there was one more issue that I even mentioned a couple of times again and again, and that is you had two key resistance. One resistance was down here, this level right over there, and then I noticed that, oh no, the second resistance is actually something like this. I'm gonna go back into the charts like that, and then I saw that, you know, there's another key level of resistance that has to be you know, talked about, and that was up here. I'm just gonna remove all the drawings again, and it was right over here, boom, something like that. Okay, so the updates were simple previously, and the updates was all about, you know, having the fact that you, my friend, have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Now I don't really think that there's anything bad about Luna Classic just yet, and if you look at this coin, for example, right now, or if I had to bring in a trend line like this, you have lost this trend line, right? And one can say that this is some, all right, they're actually trying to play out the dirty tricks. Okay, this is like pulling in the old dirty tricks, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean, because this actually caught my attention right now for Luna Classic, and I'm gonna tell you what is happening here. Number one, you have three black rows, right? You have continuation pattern to continue lower, and you've also lost the trend line, and when you lost the trend line, you made the bearish closing right over there. So this is a bearish closing. I'm expecting a retest all the way back up to 17,200 again, get rejected here, and I cannot really say you're coming down to 12,000 just yet. Okay, this is where the dirty trick actually comes in. If I had to talk about the ascending triangle, they gave you scenario number one, and you're meant to actually go down if this is an ascending triangle, but it still doesn't seem to me that as long as you don't lose 13,821, listen to this part carefully because you might want to miss this. This is potentially where the right shoulder was building up. And taking out the right shoulder destroys the inverse head and shoulder, and that's where you're actually gonna look to continue rather down to this wick down here, 12,050, and maybe even move lower to the old technical targets that was given, 10,000 and 7,000 potentially. Okay, so what is it gonna be? I've already told you, like, one can say this is an, you know, ascending triangle and it looks to come down there, which I get, totally makes sense. But then they gave you this left shoulder, the head, and now I know you've come down here, but don't you see for yourself that even this still qualifies to be a valid right shoulder? It's not like there's problem. And if you start to include the wick touches, if you try to include something like this as well, we still kind of have three touches right there as well, you know. But I kind of like the body. I always like to include the body because the body is way more better, because when you turn on the line graph, you can see that's clear loss of a trend line right there. The line graph makes it simple for you to draw a trend line. So you can see right there that this were better touches right here. This was a touch support, touch support, touch support, and that's where you lost it. So basically for me, this is a better trend line, and that's what I want to you know, bring this one to your notice, that you got to be careful here because we're not done just yet. You could actually potentially continue on like this and break out. The thing is, the good news is that, you know, trading really is fun. It's really fun when you wait for confirmation. For me personally, for example, I am on my private trading sector. Do you know I have a trading private paid trading place where I trade myself and I tell my members that this is what I'm going to trade. I want you to trade. If I cancel it, I cancel it on time to avoid any losses. And I do proper risk management and everything, and I do charge them a little bit because, once again, it's because I spend hours and hours of research for those nice coins that actually went up. And we've been 200% up in this month. Do you know that? We've been 200% up with the trades that I've made. And this is where I wanted to trade Luna Classic because I'm looking at it and I'm paying attention to it every day. And just like I'm trading every single day, that's exactly what I'm doing on my private sector. I'm looking at so many other coins. For example, I have a watch list right here. You can see these are other different coins that I'm looking for, like Mana, Riff, Ray, Vi. This coin right here, Vi, was the one that actually got us the first 100%. And you can see I made this Heliowave theory. There was a private video that I made and updated them when it was down at this level, and we bought it and we made this profit right here. So basically, you can already see for yourself that I told them that was a bull flag, and we made nearly this much move to the upside. So it's actually transparent, guys. So if you want to join, message me on Twitter. Link is in description of the video. My Twitter is actually AdamCoins_. So do check it out. In here, what I mean by confirmation is that if, for example, this is still your inverse head and shoulder, amazing. Why worry? The only thing you need to pay attention to is come above this trend line, right? And close above it, make a bullish closing and make a nice back test, buy at the retest and sell it at a technical target. Simple. So if you're meant to go higher, time will tell. And the only way to know that is to come above that neckline and break the neckline and shoot to the moon. So that's pretty much it for this Luna Classic update. The pattern is there, no breakouts. There's no point for a pattern. Definitely no point. It's just a beauty, or maybe, you know, a hell that is actually beautiful. I don't know. I cannot even come up with a word for this. So that's pretty much it for this update on Luna Classic. That was stupid as heck. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.